So we have a bit of a problem right now. Something that was very unexpected came up and I'm a little bit freaking out. So we decided a while ago that we were going to move from California to Tennessee. My mom got a place out here and we wanted to be closer to her. And we also had been wanting to move out of California for a really long time for many, many reasons. So we decided to get in our RV, drove across country and started looking at places in Tennessee, found one. We're under contract right now. If all goes well, we should be getting keys by the end of the month. So, well, there's two things that have gone horribly wrong. One is my hair is orange, and I don't know if you guys can tell in the camera. I talked about this in yesterday's vlog, but like my hair is legitimately orange. In the sunlight, I was like, oh my gosh. So what happened was I got my hair done, and as I was getting my hair done, I told my hairstylist, I'm going to be traveling for a long time. I'm not going to be able to come back and get like, you know, my hair done often. So I want something very low maintenance and, you know, I don't want it to get like brassy. Like I don't like that brassiness in the blonde. And so she told me to buy this like non-permanent toner, I guess it is. And so I did it, and I think that I messed up or something went wrong because my hair is now like all brass. So that's the first thing that went wrong. And again, right now we're in North Carolina and I don't have anybody that like I know to go get my hair done in the area that we're at. So I'm just going to have to live with this, except for I'm supposed to be doing this like very big speaking thing in Florida in a couple weeks, and I'm doing a whole workshop and all this stuff, and I don't want my hair to look bad. So I really need to figure out that situation. But the worst part of everything, and this is my own fault, my own doing, because I should have figured this out way before. Although I feel like either way this was going to happen one way or another. There's no really way to avoid it. But I was like, okay, we need to figure out how we're going to get our stuff from California, from LA to Tennessee. I was thinking it was going to cost between like $5 to $7 grand to get everything out, you know, like all of our belongings, literally everything we own, out to Tennessee. Well, we started calling around and they were like, yeah, it's going to cost like 15 grand. I was like, I'm sorry, what? It's going to, okay. I had no freaking idea that it cost so much money to move your stuff across country. Like I totally ignorant to all of it. Like I really did not know it was going to cost that much. And I hear people saying all the time, oh, it's so expensive to like move cross country. I thought expensive was like $5 to $7 grand. That's a lot of money, you know, to move your stuff. I did not realize it was going to cost like $15,000, which we do not have to move all of our stuff across country. So I told Travis, like, what do we do? And when I say like 15 grand, that's us like going, renting a U-Haul. You know, I think we weren't really thinking about, okay, we need to buy flights for us to go out there. So flights from Tennessee to LA are expensive. There's no one-way flight. There's like, you have to do a layover. And then not just that, but then once we get there, we need to rent a U-Haul. They charge like a ridiculous amount of money. They charge you like by the mile, and then you also have to pay for gas. And then on top of that, we'd have to get like hotels as we're driving across country. And so adding all of that up, it was just going to be so expensive. And so we just like sat down, we talked to my mom, and we kind of all just like had a discussion, like it would be better to buy all new stuff to furnish our house than it would be to literally move all of our stuff across country. It would cost more money to do that than it would be to buy new stuff, basically. And I wouldn't buy new stuff. I'd buy secondhand. I'd buy on Facebook Marketplace. So I was like sweating, thinking like, oh my gosh, like what, like there's still things that we need to get, like our like sentimental like pictures, and you know, we have Christmas ornaments. I mean, like, you know, like things that like have meaning to us. Obviously, like couches and TVs are replaceable and that I'm not like too concerned about. Although our couch was like $4,000, my TV was like $2,000, you know, like, so I was just assuming that, you know, we would move that so we didn't have to rebuy those expensive things. But now I'm like, okay, I need to like reset my brain on like what I thought was going to be happening and now to what we're changing. And so I was like, we have to buy mattresses new. We got to buy pillows new. Like there's certain things that like, you know, you have to buy new. So I was like looking at Amazon, I'm like trying to add things up, and I am not making the amount of money that I used to make on like YouTube and social media because my views are down, you know, like my life has changed so much. I'm not doing like crazy controversial drama videos or like, well, I never really did drama videos. I mean like controversial videos, like talking about my past in porn and all that stuff. Like I just don't make those really videos anymore other than on Patreon. I post some of them every once in a while. But, you know, I'm a mom now. Like my life is just very different than it used to be. I like posting about going thrifting and gardening and sewing and like homeschool and being a mom, you know, and just like day in the life stuff. And also just like trying to be positive and like help others. So my views are not what they used to be, and I just don't make as much money as I used to, and I'm the sole provider. My husband doesn't have like an outside job, so we do some real estate stuff, but again, right now, like Airbnb, all that stuff is very slow. It's not doing very well right now. It's like a slow season, I think. I hope it goes back up soon. So with that being said, like we just don't have a ton of money to be furnishing a brand new house. Like we don't think about, okay, I have to buy like everything. I have to buy cutlery. I have to buy dishes. I have to buy cleaning supplies, brooms, towels. I mean, like bath mats. If you ever furnished a whole house before, there's so many little things and they all add up and it's very expensive is what I'm trying to say. And again, I just assumed that we were going to be moving all of our stuff so that we wouldn't have to have those costs. But now that we found out that moving is going to cost so much money, we are trying to figure this whole thing out. So this is what I was so excited about yesterday that I wasn't going to tell you guys about until recently, because I talked to our realtor and she's trying to work things out with the sellers. But our house that we're buying is an estate sale, meaning the person that owned the house passed away. And so we had asked, like, can we buy the dresser? Can we buy some nightstand? You know, there were like certain things in the house that we asked to buy. And basically they said that they were going to like have all the things in the house and sell them and it go to a charity. And so I got to thinking about it and I said, you know, I wonder if they would leave the house as is, like with all of the stuff in it, the beds, the dishes, just everything, now that I know that like we're not going to have our stuff. So I asked my realtor, I said, hey, do you think that we can ask them to leave the house as is and I will donate to whatever charity that they, you know, wanted to give the money to. And so, because that would be freaking amazing. For one, I don't know if you guys have ever been to an estate sale before. I've never been to an estate sale, but I love thrifting. So like, if I were able to get this house and basically an estate sale with all of the stuff in it, that would be so freaking cool. Because it'd literally be like a treasure hunt, you know, like what cool. I already know there was some like cool stuff in the house. There was like this vintage doll with like this wooden crib that Snow really wanted. So we asked if we could have that. And there were some other like really cool antiques and just all kinds of cool stuff in there. And I mean, like the closet had her clothes still in there. So, there's a lot of stuff in there. I remember seeing like a Christmas tree and I was just thinking like, oh my gosh, could you imagine if we like inherit all the stuff in the house when we get it? So I asked my realtor, I said, I know that, like, just from experience from other people, it's really hard for people to go through, if someone has passed away, to go through the house and have to go through all their belongings and, you know, donate stuff. It's really hard on the families. And if there was nothing like sentimental or that, like, because I don't think that there were any kids, you know, for stuff to be passed down to, as far as I know. I'm not sure, but I'm just assuming, because I feel like if there were, maybe, you know, I don't know. But anyway, I am crossing my fingers and my toes that they say or leave most of the stuff at the house for us, because I would be so beyond grateful. I can't even talk, like I almost could cry if they did that, just because it would help us financially so much to not have to be like stressing out about having to go buy like so much new stuff. And yeah, just because like we weren't expecting to not have all of our things. Again, totally my fault. I just did not realize it was going to cost so much money. I mean, I knew it was going to be a lot. I just didn't know it was going to be that much. So anyway, we don't know yet if they're going to leave the house as is. I don't know if like someone, like a family member, is going to go there and get certain things that they want out and then leave stuff. Like I just don't know. I don't know if they've already planned an estate sale. So we're waiting to find out, but I will keep you guys posted. But how freaking cool would that be to buy a house and inherit everything in it? I know for some people they're like, absolutely not, because some people have all their own stuff that they want to put in it. Maybe it's not the same style, but I love like grandma stuff, you know? So it's kind of like a dream come true. I'm like, ooh, are there quilts? You know, I've been like scouring thrift stores for quilts for like years. I never find a quilt. I'm like, oh my gosh, could you imagine if I got a quilt in this house? I'd be so happy. I'd be so happy just to have dishes and cutlery and towels and bath mats and beds and nightstands and just everything. And then over time, slowly make it my own. And if for some reason I didn't love something, you know, I could save up some money to be able to, you know, buy something or look for something on, you know, Facebook Marketplace or at thrift stores until I find something I love. And then I can donate whatever, you know, was left behind, and then donate in the charity that whoever passed away wanted it to go to. Anyway, that's kind of what's going on right now in our lives. Today was not that exciting. We took the kids out into the playground and the park, and they have like a game room and a lounge or a lodge. And so we just took the kids out and drove around and, you know, just kind of boring stuff, nothing too exciting. And during the day, I've been really kind of fatigued. I think I'm having a little bit of a flare up with my autoimmune stuff that I have. So I was just kind of taking it easy. I didn't really feel like vlogging. I didn't have a lot of energy. So now I'm feeling a little bit better now that it's evening time. And I wanted to kind of share that with you because that's just what's going on, and I don't know. And also, if we do get the house and inherit the stuff that's in it, I think it's gonna be so fun to be able to film like what's in the house and what we find and everything else. So and I would just be so grateful because I was really stressing out about like, oh my gosh, what are we gonna do? We're gonna have to just like sleep on mattresses for a while until, like, you know. Anyway, we'll be fine. Everything's gonna work out. And I do need to figure out how we're gonna get like our like sentimental stuff from LA. I'm assuming like maybe when we go out and visit, we can go to our storage and just get like a few things here and there every time we go out to visit. Obviously not big things, but things that like are important to us. So, but yeah, just wanted to share that. Trav is out with the kids right now. They went and played again in the lodge. And then, I don't know, I think we'll just hang out. I've just been like kind of laying around resting my body because I can feel my body needs rest. It's just been a lot past couple of weeks, I think, with everything going on. And, you know, like when you're under like a lot of stress or whatever, you know, sometimes your body does weird things. So I'm just trying to give myself time to rest and kind of recoup. And then, yeah, just like watch TikTok videos and home decor videos and stuff. That's kind of what I'm doing. So anyway, I hope you guys are well. If you guys have any advice or anything for me as far as like moving cross country, or I don't know, maybe there's some like hacks that you know about that I don't, like, please let me know, because I could use all of the hacks. Don't forget to stay hydrated. Oh, also, if you're a Patreon member, we posted about the giveaway that we're doing over there, which is like freaking so cool. So make sure to go put yourself, like add yourself in for the giveaway. You have to like answer a question in order to do it, or to like submit yourself. So I think I'm gonna give it like another day before I pick someone. So hurry up and go over there if you haven't already, submit yourself. And yeah, thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. I'm sending you all my love and all my positive energy, and I hope to see you in my next video. Mwah.